Good evening and welcome to Unlocked Paranormal's Bannockburn House investigation. This is the beautiful away hall of Bannockburn House. The house was originally built in, I believe, 1675. Again, the history buffs can correct me if I'm wrong. And it is a 17th century A-listed mansion house. It's owned by a trust, I believe, at the moment, and the majority of the funds that they raise everything goes to the house, to the restoration, from everything to plumbing, to plasterwork, to furniture. They basically put their heart and soul into keeping this house in as perfect condition as possible, and they try and stay true to its original period features. They are a team of absolute warriors, and hopefully our investigation will help get some funds for them. So this beautiful room we have set up as our seance room at the moment. It is known as the library, however it wasn't used as a library. The paintings that you can see on the wall are actually the volunteers from the trust who posed for some beautiful photos. And over here is one of the previous owners who has been known to frequent the upper bedrooms. He didn't die here. He actually died, I believe, in London, but he has been seen here. He's come home to where he knows. Other spirits or entities that have been seen in this room has been the lady of the house, and she likes to sit here and watch the grounds. You can't see it just now because the windows are boarded up, but through here is a view to the grounds and the old gardens, and she was known in life and afterlife to watch our gardeners doing their work. She didn't like to be disturbed. She doesn't like it when people come in here. She feels like this is her space, so I've been told. So she gets a bit antsy when folk like us come in and try and talk to her. Then we'll go upstairs. So in here is one of the original family bedrooms. It's quite large, beautiful plasterwork on the ceiling, and I believe there is similar plasterwork in Holyrood. I have been told that this building and Holyrood is the only two buildings in Scotland, if not the world, that has that original plasterwork. Through here is the only part of the house that has the original timber floorboards. So, 1675, I believe I said. States in history. Then we go back into the way hall. We started down there, and we're down the balcony. Originally, this was floored over. It wasn't a balcony, it wasn't a space, but they opened it up to make it seem more spacious and bring more light in. However, there have been reports of footsteps walking across through the original floor. The original door used to be over there, and guests coming to the house would wait to be brought up. They would come through that wall used to have a door. Through here is one of the windows. I don't think the light works. It's very creepy. I think we'll just set off on the cameras as well. So this room, there's a couple of spirits known to be in here, quite active spirits. Again, they throw things about, there's a lot of poltergeist activity. The legend goes there was a female that was murdered. She was in her 20s. There is no proof to back this up. There was nothing in any of the records to prove or disprove if that actually happened. But has been reports of a female spirit being seen. There is also a male presence who, again, legend says, was the bodyguard of Bonnie Prince Charlie. He is quite an angry spirit, so I've been told. Doesn't really like anyone, both male and female. People have experienced hair pulling, being shoved, quite tight chest, loads of things. Through here, I'm just going to shut this door because I do like it being shut. So this room here is known as Bonnie Prince Charlie room. That is not the original bed. Bonnie Prince Charlie didn't sleep in that bed. Again, very active. Reports of when people sit in the bed, they begin to feel unwell. It's the same when they sit in the chair. There's been the candles on the fireplace have been turned on, but there's been nobody in the building. The spirit from across the room that we were just in is known to pass through both rooms. Again, hair pulling, people have witnessed hair physically being pulled up, so the reports say. Voices being heard, full apparitions. Very, very active, very interesting room. Seems to be this side of the building that is more active. I don't know why. I'm now going to take you down to the basement. I'm lost. There we go. That's supposed to face me out. This is definitely one of the favourite parts of the building. So we've got a trap camera set up here, and down there was the wine cellar and other rooms. There's asbestos down there just now, so we can't physically go down, but we've got a camera set up to catch anything. There has been reports of strange sounds, like growls and things like that, animal sounds almost, and like dark shadows kicking around corners and things like that. It doesn't feel, just now I don't feel, that would be upstairs. It doesn't feel like a nice atmosphere, it's not very pleasant down here at all. Take you through the kitchen. Very well presented, it's a beautiful room. Very active as well. One of the main, the head, I don't know, head maid or cook, I don't know the right term. Mabel, I believe her name was. She's known to have made herself present among investigations. Again, a very active room, but not always a pleasant room. There's strange sensations. Sometimes I think it's just Mabel gets annoyed that we're disturbing her while she's trying to do her much. When it was a functioning kitchen, it would have been very lively and busy, and you can imagine it would be very hot with the big stove there, or agar, is that the right word? Lots of hustle and bustle around about here, so it could just be people experience the latent energy. I'll take you to the explore into the wash house, for want of a better word. Just done here. So this is the first time we've had access to here. They've opened it up. I don't know why they opened it up for us, but I've never been in this room before, so I don't really know much about it. I do know that it was the wash house. The old washer, they would light a fire under there, and it was someone's job to mix all the laundry, I suppose. And then the different sinks in the beautiful cobwebs, just to give it some atmosphere. And then this is original, and hot irons, so they put the iron, God that's heavy, they put their irons on here to heat up, and then they would iron laundry. So again, you can imagine what it would have been like to work here. Very hot, very busy, and garments back then as well weren't like your traditional garments now, they were very heavy clothing, lots of layers to them, so it's a difficult job, especially for the young girls that were doing it, because again it would have been young girls that were doing all the cooking and cleaning and etc. So that's it, I believe. Thank you for listening to my little stop tour, and we'll hopefully get some activity as the night goes on. Thank you very much. We began our evening in the Way Hall for the first vigil. James is our cameraman at this point, and everyone that's in the building is present in the Way Hall. You can see as James pans round, we're all standing in a circle and we're just about to set off for our vigil. I want you to notice that there's a few orbs and some light anomalies. Most of it can be discounted as dust, but there is quite a few on the upper balconies and above Paul at the back of the room. Too difficult to see in this footage, so we've slowed it down for you in the following footage. It's quite interesting. Here you can see the footage is slowed right down for you. This is to make it easier to see some of the light anomalies. Most of it can be discounted as dust, but and particularly if you look at the top balcony, the anomalies that we're seeing seem to be behind the railings, or they change position from being in front of to behind the railings. You wouldn't expect dust to behave in this manner if it was caught on the camera using the IR night vision. Usually dust would always be present. It wouldn't go in between and out of the railings. There seems to be some sort of pattern that these anomalies constantly move from the left side of the balcony to the right. And this anomaly here starts off on the ceiling and then darts up behind the railings and then in front of the railings again on the balcony. And then you can just see it in the right there, tucking in away into the corner. This could be discounted as car headlights, but we're not anywhere near a road and we would notice cars going by as well, and we don't react to any of these lights. You now join Daniel and Liz in the kitchen, which is located in the basement area of the property. There's also a couple of the volunteers joining them. You'll notice in the footage that after they hear what sounds like a door closing, things become a wee bit more active. They confirm with the other team who are up the stairs in the bedrooms, in fact they're 2 floors up, that it wasn't in fact them that they could overhear. They shouldn't be able to hear what the other teams are doing at all. After that, there's also some interference that you can hear on the audio of the camera. This is my camera, it's not James's camera that was used for airware footage in the way hall, and it's got a brand new battery. So let's listen in and see what we can see.
He's got a radio. Just radio to see if anybody's doing it. Someone shut that door. Alright.
That's door shutting up the stairs then?
Yeah.
You have to check, you guys got the door?
Right, your radio is doing that.
Silence.
Try again.
Did not answer.
Hi guys, so if you can hear me, just check if you've hit the door there or shut the door over or something.
What?
Possibly. We are down at the basement level.
Well, there you go.
There's your ball. Oh wow.
No worries, cheers mate. Apparently whoever's with it said we shouldn't have heard any of the doors that they were shut.
I could be absolutely filthy sick of you. I'm
Let's
going
try
to
again.
have my camera on over this side, so. Am I still on YouTube? I don't know.
They haven't asked for anything yet.
No.
I'll get the camera on. Of course it stops.
Oh, and again. That's you doing that, thank you. Can you make the ball move? Can you roll it off of the cooker?
No way.
What?
I thought you did.
You've got to kidding me. How? It's literally just been charged.
It's just been switched on.
When you use the phones just now then, though.
It's been on for 4.5 minutes.
There's someone in the corridor. I think that's a faulty ball.
It's not off at all now. Just suddenly started.
I did say there's often a lot of activity over at
You
the
said
range.
that. Can you make the ball stop flashing now? Can you stop touching it? What's wrong?
I thought I heard talking.
So we done. Thank you. Can you make the ball light up again?
It's just
you make a noise for me? Just to let us know that you're here. You're going to get the letter.
Is that my hope of staying?
You mind it being here?
Someone out in the corridor level, feel free to come closer.
Open your hand.
Liz, could you just move it side to side a minute? Ah, sure, that's fine. And Barry's dead.
You now join myself and our guests for the evening also in the kitchen area, where we get some activity with the motion censored balls and I explain how to use the necrophonic app.
I was just about to say, if there's any spirits present, could you give us a sign, but you're obviously present. And if there's any spirits down the corridor, can you make a noise for us? Oh. Thank you. It's raining. Can you make the ball stop now? Can you stop the ball flashing? Thank you. Can you start the ball flashing? Oh, amazing. Thanks very much. Stop that again. Go and stop the ball flashing, please. It's freezing in here, isn't it? So the last time I was here, the door slammed shut. Okay. What was that? Someone just made a noise out there. If there's something in the corridor, can you shut the door for us, please? Do you want to make me run? Do you know what it sounds like? You get around it, I thought it sounded like a deep breath. So we'll get this amp here, it's called the necrophonic. Can we move that to see if it's going to... Can you stop the ball flashing, please? Yeah, I don't like to touch it. Please stop it. Just set it here just to see if... Do you know what's weird? It keeps going off every time I try to explain this necrophonic. I don't know if it's because it wants me to use it or not use it. His battery's about to go. That was me, I just... So this app, have any of you heard of the necrophonic? No. Okay, so it's an experiment that we do, you can use it without headphones as well, right? But we find that we get better results with headphones and they're more reliable. So what we do, in fact I've put the headphones out so you can hear what it's like. So basically it's just that, it's just noise, white noise and sandwich, random creepy noises. And we ask questions, we put the headphones in. So you hear there's no actual like words. There's nothing discernible coming through there, it's just random crap that you're doing. So see when you do hear like a word or a sentence or an actual voice, so that was like electronic computer synthesized voices, do you know what I mean, like they're fake generated voices, but when you're using this, it will give you, or sometimes will give you an actual voice a person's voice will come through, a person's voice will answer, and it should give you an intelligent response, which technically is impossible. This app isn't designed to do that, it's just designed to make random noises and random words, not even random words, just random sounds. So when you get a word that is intelligent to a question that's been asked, then that's you communicate with someone. So what we do is we get someone to put the headphones on so only they can hear it, so the rest of the room can't hear what's coming through that. The rest of the room will ask the questions, but the person with the headphones on can't hear what question's being asked. So say for example Jen had the headphones on, she would just, everything that she hears through the app, she will audibly verbalise. So I should have laughter, oh laughter, someone's laughing. If it was a number, someone's saying number one, oh one, Mary, yes, clear. Like everything that you hear, the person with the headphones on will verbalise. So if I said to Jen, is there any spirits present? And Jen went, yes. And I said, can you tell me your name? And Jen went, Emma. They're intelligent responses to the questions that you're asking, but Jen can't hear what I'm asking her. So there's no way she should be able to answer my questions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's also no way that those answers should come through this app because it's just random noise. So, do you want me to demonstrate it first, or does anyone want to
Can I have a shot after? You got a shot as well? Yeah, I want a shot after.
Absolutely don't want
Show it on. If it's too late, then
I think I'll take this moment to
battery.
two of them are dead.
Why would that be, Catherine?
Using the energy.
Create a response. So spirits, we've got a device that Leanne's using. If you could communicate through that device, that would cheeky, you know. Leanne's going to shout out your answer if you can talk to her through the device. So first off, are you happy that we're here?
Question.
What? So yeah, we're going to ask you
One.
questions. Is there one spirit?
Do you only get one question?
Come back.
How many spirits are present?
Some.
So, that's fake.
Out. Oh, fuck off.
Do you want us to leave?
No.
Can you tell us how many people are in the room?
10.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Are they nice? Are they bad, Catherine?
I don't know.
Ask them then.
I can
feel it. Feel it. What do you feel?
Are you happy we've came to visit you?
Run.
There's something touching my leg.
Who needs to run? Who's to run?
In. Help.
Is it on there?
Help.
Shit. Sorry.
Are we all in here?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
Can I go down there, doll?
Who are you running from? No.
Are you running?
Deep.
Is there someone in the corridor?
Loud.
Is there someone in the corridor?
Here. Out.
Jesus.
What?
Who's to get out?
Did.
Is there more than one person talking to us just now?
Two.
Two. Yeah, you need to try and break it up because your answers aren't making any sense. We're getting two conversations at the one time. Can you give me your name? One of you. Hear it. You're listening, I want to hear it. What's your name? Who's this? I'm Catherine, sorry. Bad day. Which how do you speak up? What's your name? Out. I'm not leaving, what's your name? Sorry for that. You come in peace.
You good?
Out.
Tell us your name.
Get out.
Why?
Why do you want us to get out?
Arsehole.
Oh,
Really?
who's an arsehole?
Leave.
There's
Help.
thunder and lightning forecast. That's
What?
why the gardening team came down to lock up.
Who's to leave?
Help.
We're trying to help you.
We can't help you when she tells your name. Out.
Doesn't like you.
Broke. What's broke? They're up.
Who's up?
Here. Out.
Who do you want to get out?
Do you want to escape?
Help.
They always say help to that. When you ask who's to get out, they always say help. Do you want
John.
Who's John?
Help.
Have we to help John?
Are you scared? Him.
You s-
John's bad.
you s-
Killer.
Is John here?
Maybe John who's stopping other people coming up.
End.
Who's
Does it?
Who's in the corridor?
Mike. Brockett.
Mike Brockett. Hello, Mike Brockett. Come into the kitchen.
Can't.
Why not? Come on in, it's okay.
Out there.
Was he the gamekeeper?
Out.
No, was he the gamekeeper?
What?
Is Mike Brockett the gameskeeper?
I thought I seen a black shadow around when I put this camera on the lap. That's good.
I feel as if I'm getting as if somebody's here.
Are you alright though?
Responses from somebody who
Just can't hear
was
me.
in the corridor who wasn't allowed in. That was the gamekeeper. I've never heard the name.
Is Mike gatekeeper? Was Mike the gamekeeper?
Help.
We're trying to help, that's why we're asking you.
Ask her if it's okay.
It's okay if Jen communicates with you.
Help.
Can Jen communicate with you? Back. We joined Daniel and Liz again once more in the kitchen. They're just finishing up there. They've replaced the batteries in the camera and they're now heading off to the laundry room. While in the laundry room, there's not much activity for them in there. However, what we weren't able to catch on camera occurred after they left. So after they left the laundry room, they started to make their way up towards one of the upper levels. I believe it might have been the room that they call the library. Liz then realised that she'd left a piece of equipment in the laundry room.
We don't see this as the battery died once again on the camera. Liz and a volunteer make their way back down to the laundry room, and this was only within a matter of minutes. She realised pretty quickly that she'd left the kit and headed back down. Once down there, the door to the room was locked. I don't know if you remember from the walk round that I did earlier, the door to the laundry room. It's an old fashioned wooden door that's got two locks. One's a snib, which wasn't used during the course of our investigation. The lock that was used was the old one that uses the old barrel key. So you need to put the key in the door and like turn the key and use the key almost as a handle. So Liz and the volunteer went back down to the laundry room to get the kit that they forgot, and they've discovered that that door was locked. So they've radioed up to the rest of the team to find out if anyone has went down there and locked the door. The only other person that had the key to that room was one of the other volunteers, who at this moment in time was up in one of the bedrooms. I believe he was in the Bonnie Prince Charlie room at this time, and he had not left the team. He remained with the team, and he's the only person that had access to that room. He's the only one with a key, he's the only volunteer with a key. There was no one else in the building or around the property that would have access to that area. I don't even know why they would. And even if they did, Liz was only away for a matter of minutes. She would have met the person that locked that door. Had it been a real person, had it been someone with a key that locked that door, Liz would have saw them. She would have caught them in the corridor. She would have had to have passed them. They got down there. Liz was communicating with us on radio to find out if it was one of us that locked the door. She discovered that it wasn't, and there was a wee bit of almost a heated debate started because one of the other volunteers was like, well, is the door just jammed? Just give it a good push. And Liz was like, no, it's definitely locked. It's not jammed, it's locked, there's no way we can get in. So it ended up the chap from the other team who had the key had to leave his vigil and go and unlock the door, and he did confirm it had been locked. We don't know how it happened, we don't know who locked it. It will probably remain a mystery. Is it paranormal? I don't know. Could there have been someone else with a key? Yeah, possibly. But I do believe the chap when he said that he's the only one with a key. There's no reason he would lie to us. And it's not like your typical, it's not a modern key, it's like an old, if you imagine like an old fashioned, like long barreled key with the teeth at the end of it. Unfortunately we didn't catch any of that on camera. It's like many things in paranormal investigating. The spirits seem to like to do things when they aren't being recorded, unfortunately for us. The rest of the night rounded off quite quietly. We did get some more activity and hits on the K2 meters and the motion censored cat balls. The other people on the team and the guests that were with us and some of the volunteers also experienced some things where they were getting cold spots, strange feelings, odd sensations and smells. People were feeling like they were getting touched, hair pulled, etc. A lot of like emotional things going on. Things that we can't really portray in videos. It's something that you would really need to come and experience for yourself. I would highly recommend that you come along to one of our events and just immerse yourself in the situation. Come and use the kit, just get a real hands-on experience and see what it's like for yourself to be at one of our investigations. If you would like more information on our team and our upcoming events, please log on to www.unlockedparanormal.com. You can also find us, we post stuff on TikTok, and obviously we've got our YouTube as well. And we would also appreciate it if you could just hit the like button and a wee subscribe. Wouldn't go amiss. Thank you very much. Take care, guys. Much love to yous all.